One form of drill is the salute. Since early times, men of arms have used some form of salute as the exchange of greetings, the most popular of which has been the hand salute. This exchange has been preserved, and it is continued in all modern militaries, which inherit their traditions from the age of chivalry. Throughout today's ceremony, you will see the airmen presenting arms as one form of the military salute. The civilian counterpart of the salute is manifested in various ways, such as placing the right hand over the heart when the national anthem is played and raising the hand when greeting a friend. The military salute is given in the same manner as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, ruffles and flourishes, the playing of the Air Force song, and reciting the oath of enlistment and the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect to the flag during the national anthem and as it passes during the review. Military members in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place the right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place the right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem and after the flags have passed, you may return your hand to your side. We also ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced at this time. As the flights pass in review, applause is appropriate, but please limit the applause so that others may hear the narration of the names and hometowns of the military training instructors. Please reserve the strictest respect during our oath of enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you remain in place until our distinguished guests have left the reviewing stand and departed the area. Restroom facilities are located in the buildings on either side of the parking lot, and during this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. Finally, please do not go into the grassy areas when taking photos during the ceremony. Now I'd like to take a moment to inform you on specific flight locations on the parade field. As reviewed from the bleachers from your left to your right, the first two flights to pass review today are from the 331st Training Squadron, Flights 137 and Flight 138. They are followed by Flight 139 and Flight 140. From the 323rd Training Squadron, the next flight is from the 320th Training Squadron, Flight 141. In the center of the parade field are the 737th Training Group German Bugle Corps, Flight B-149 and Flight B-150 from the 322nd Training Squadron. The flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Warrior Flight 143 and Honor Flight 144. They are followed by Flight 142 from the 320th Training Squadron. The next two flights are from the 321st Training Squadron, Flights 145 and 146. The last two flights to pass review today are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Flight 147 and Warrior Flight 148. At this time, please find a place to sit. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Mbagu.
Let us pray. Everlasting Father and Prince of Peace, I commend this day to you, for you have made it wonderful for these graduating airmen to remember. Today they are the newest United States Air Force warriors. They made it thus far because of the people we put in their lives. We thank you for their families and friends. We thank you for their military training instructors and staff, for their unflinching dedication to train them as airmen in the world's greatest Air Force. Bless them as they go forth to technical training. Give them courage to live with integrity and to serve our country selflessly with dignity honor, and sacrifice. Give them loving hearts and open minds. Protect them from harm and failure. And may they embody what they are called to be, American airmen, our nation's sword and shield, wingmen and above all, Air Force warriors. May what they do advance peace and justice, not only in our country, but also in the world. I say my prayer in the name of the Almighty. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Babu. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, prior to today's ceremony, the Military Training Instructor School, Class 150122, will receive their campaign hats. The dark blue campaign hat these instructors will receive today has been the symbol of the MTI Corps since 1974. These instructors will carry on the tradition and esprit de corps of the United States Air Force as they pass on their knowledge to our newest generation of warrior airmen. Master Sergeant Michael Corley. Master Sergeant Nicholas Brock. Technical Sergeant Nathan Funkhauser. Technical Sergeant Renee Riojas. The Commandant Award and Excellence in Instruction Award recipient, Technical Sergeant Lori Johnson. Technical Sergeant Ramon Alvarez. Technical Sergeant Tashina McKnight. The Distinguished Graduate Award recipient, Technical Sergeant Kyle Eckert. At this time, we ask all MTIs, past and present, to stand in a sign of unity as our graduates recite the MTI pledge.
The military training instructor hat that I wear
is a symbol of honor, professionalism, integrity, service, and excellence in all I do. My job is one of the most important to the Air Force, and I will spare no effort to properly prepare men and women for military service. I am dedicated to the principles of fairness, firmness, and honesty. I strive for perfection and reject mediocrity, both in my own personal behavior and in the performance of those I lead. I am an Air Force military training instructor, and above all, I am an American Airman.
Ladies and gentlemen, the United States Air Force is absolutely committed to hiring the most professional, most dedicated NCOs and senior NCOs to bring them to basic military training to be military training instructors. The NCOs and senior NCOs standing before you absolutely represent the best we have in the United States Air Force. And I assure you that your sons and daughters' futures, our nation's sons and daughters' futures, are in the best hands because of these leaders that stand before you today. Let's give them one more round of applause. Congratulations to each of you. Welcome to basic military training. We welcome your families to the 37th Training Wing family. And I welcome you to the most rewarding job in the United States Air Force. Congratulations.
present arms.
Congratulations.
Or dirt arms. Post.
Thank you, Colonel Edmondson. On behalf of the 37th Training Wing Commander, Colonel Trent Edwards, welcome to the Basic Military Training graduation. We are honored to have with us several distinguished guests, beginning with the host of today's ceremony, Colonel Edwards, his wife Vanessa, and son Dylan. Today's reviewing official is the Vice Commander, Air Education and Training Command, Joint Base, San Antonio, Randolph, Texas, Major General Len Patrick and his wife Lynn. We are also privileged to have with us this morning the Commander, Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Colonel Michelle Edmondson, her husband Dave, son Callahan, and daughter Jacqueline. The spouse of the Command Chief Master Sergeant, 37th Training Wing, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Miss Mona Ori. The Superintendent, Basic Military Training, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, Chief Master Sergeant Richard Sutherland. Also, with the attendees of 2015 Air Education and Training Command Commander Civic Leader Group Spring Meeting, please stand to be recognized. We would also like to give recognition to a very special World War II veteran, United States Army, Mr. Henry Hardy Cornett, and his sister Cindy. On April 7th, in 1945, Mr. Cornett was a tail gunner on one of the 27 B-24 Liberator bombers with Task Force 58 on shipping patrol in the Pacific. The task force stumbled upon a Japanese task force of 12 ships heading to the Battle of Okinawa. Mr. Cornett's bomber team was credited with direct hits on the battleship, Yamamoto, the largest ship in the Imperial Japanese Navy, ultimately sinking it along with 5 other ships. Mr. Cornett represents a long line of tradition and legacy of valor that makes our United States Air Force the greatest air power in the world. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 37th Training Wing is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. The airmen who will pass a review today have completed a demanding 8-week program that provides Air Force units throughout the world with trained airmen. Part of this training includes a time-proven concept of military customs and traditions, of which this parade is a vital part. All graduating airmen will also march over the enlisted Heroes Walk. They will lead the way for thousands of airmen that will follow, all reflecting our enlisted heritage, tradition of honor, and our legacy of valor. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Andrew Roper, Military Drill and Ceremonies NCO 326 Training Squadron. General Patrick will review today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. 137th Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Honor Flight Streamer. The Honor Flight Streamer is awarded to the 323rd Training Squadron, Flight 144, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 19 January 2015 through 13 March 2015. Signed, Michelle Edmondson, Colonel, United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of ruffles and flourishes. Thank you. Please be seated. 323rd Training Squadron is recognized as on flight for this graduating class. As our graduates turn left into the bomb run to pass review, they will march over the enlisted heroes walk. The airmen recognized on the papers have been awarded our nation's highest honors, representing heroic and unselfish actions as members of the United States Air Force in armed conflict, including present-day operations in Afghanistan. They include 7 Medals of Honor, 25 Air Force Crosses, and 171 Silver Stars, awarded for bravery during encounters with hostile enemy combatants. These enlisted heroes serve to inspire all airmen to execute their duties courageously and with honor in their service to this great nation. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the 737th Training Group's Drum and Bugle Corps, 322nd Training Squadron, Flights B-149 and B-150. These flights are performing today under the direction of Staff Sergeant David Evans, hometown, Alpine, Texas. These trainees are also in basic military training, but have been hand-selected to perform the ceremony with this flight. We would like for you to notice our national, state, and territorial flags. As these flags pass review, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies of our national flag. Once the flags have passed review, please be courteous of others and be seated in order to allow our guests the opportunity to view the flight as they pass review. Flight 139 from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Catherine Tom, hometown, Chicago, Illinois. Flight 140 from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Staff Sergeant Jennifer Wilson, hometown, Seoul, South Korea. Flight 141 from the 320th Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Troy Banky, hometown. Flights selected to carry our national, state, and territorial flags are from the 323rd Training Squadron, Warrior Flight 143, and Honor Flight 144, led by Technical Sergeant Alicia Cook, hometown, Darby, Montana, and Technical Sergeant Jeffrey Towa, hometown, Neely, Nebraska.
Present.
Ready? Hut!
The B Squadron Commander is Staff Sergeant Jacob Rockwell, Military Drill and Ceremonies SPO, 322nd Training Squadron, hometown, Golden, Illinois. Flight 142 from the 320th Training Squadron, led by Staff Sergeant Federico Ariano, hometown, Winchfield, Florida. Flight 145 from the 321st Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Kyle Von Bergen, hometown, Jolene, Texas. Flight 146 from the 321st Training Squadron, led by Staff Sergeant Rodney Johnson, hometown, English Creek, New Jersey. Flight 147 from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Bradley Layton, hometown, Lancaster, Kentucky. Warrior Flight 148 from the 323rd Training Squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Melissa Jackson, hometown, Jackson, Michigan. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the United States Air Force song. or work directly with our assisted services. As these airmen move into technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the Air Force. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment while maintaining on-station readiness. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% join the ranks of the U.S. military, and an even smaller percentage is in the United States Air Force. You should be proud of their accomplishments thus far. The airmen before you have reached a milestone in their Air Force journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors. These airmen are the future of our Air Force, and we pave the way for future generations of airmen as we continue to fly, fight, and win. We'd like to take a moment to congratulate all of our squadron undergraduates as well as their families. Basic military training undergraduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of the airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service for self, and sustained excellence these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. As the airmen march forward to the oath of enlistment, we would like to thank the families and friends who are here in support of the airmen graduating today. Your words of encouragement help motivate these airmen through 8 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air Force and the Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the families and friends of America's airmen for the support of your airmen and the greatest air power the world has ever known. General Patrick will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
How inspiring is that?
How inspiring is that? I really think that inspires me are the men and women that we've already recognized today, and that's our military training instructors. For 8.5 weeks, they have put their heart and soul and professionalism into these brand new airmen, and I am so proud of them. I know we've given them a round of applause already, but for me, would you please recognize them from the bottom of your heart? And there's another group of individuals that I would like to recognize. If you are serving or have served in our United States military or are a veteran, please stand up and be recognized. Because of what you do, I get to do the things that I do, and I'm truly grateful to you. Now, 8.5 weeks ago, these young men and women didn't just start their military career, they entered the Air Force. For 8.5 weeks, they've learned how to march, they've learned how to fold their beds, they've learned how to take orders, but more importantly, they've learned about our core values. Integrity first, service before self, excellence in all we do. They've just started to scratch the surface of that. And for the next 20 to 30 years of their career, they're going to internalize it and embody it. I'm eternally grateful what they began to learn in our United States Air Force, but more importantly to the parents and the family and the husbands and wives and relatives that are here today that supported them, that gave them the opportunity to come here. I thank you, because without you, they couldn't have done what they did. Thank you for what you did for us, young men and women. This just starts your journey. Next week, you're going to go to technical school, you're going to learn a vocation, you're going to learn how to do a job in the Air Force. But more importantly, what I challenge you to do is continue to embody our core values, internalize them, live by them every day. Do what's right when no one is looking. Walk into the long blue line. I have one last question for you. Are you ready to join the world's greatest airmen? Are they ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. General Patrick will now administer the oath of enlistment.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, General
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
and the orders of the officers appointed over me,
according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Airmen. Welcome to the world's greatest Air Force.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain in place for the departure of our official party. I am an American airman.
I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American airman, guarding freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American airman, winning, leading, warrior. I will never leave anyone behind. I will never falter.
please be seated.
1, 2, cadence, push.